Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's July 21st, 2022, and it is beautiful out, but it is hot. Like many places around the world that are suffering from heat, we're getting heat right now. So it's about 33 degrees, and it's about 39 to 40 with the humidity. So yeah, it's warm. I'm glad there's air conditioning in the house. Actually, it's not on right now, but it's cool enough in the house right now that I don't need it. Probably will need it upstairs when it's time to go to bed for sure. And if I start cooking and things, I'll probably need it then as well. Now, today I wanted to show you a few things that I got as a surprise and one that I knew was coming out, so I thought I would pick it up. But my sister was in town. We're going through and trying to clean up things in my parents' old house. So we were doing a bunch of stuff there. So she came up from St. John to once again help me with the monumental task that we've got to go through. And she brought some postcards with her that she found while she was in St. John. So I thought I'd show you those. And then my friend Heather too, I saw her along the way in my travels today. And so she gave me some postcards as well. So I'm going to show you what Heather put aside for me as well. And then I've got something that is a new issue in a stamp that just came out today from Canada Post. So I went down to the post office after all my other errands and things were done, and I picked it up because I think it's pretty cool. It's a neat idea, and yeah, I hope you'll like it too. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be the last thing I'm going to show you. Now, tomorrow we've got the mail week. It's been a little slower this week than some weeks, but that's not so bad. There are some cool things that showed up in that, and I'm going to show you what came tomorrow, so don't forget to tune in for that. Don't forget also to go back to That Dad Guy Answers, the last video that came out last Saturday, and leave some questions. So I've got something to answer for this Saturday's version of it. And then, you know what? There's another festival coming to Moncton this weekend. Every weekend seems to be something going on in the city, which is great. In the past, sometimes I just I knew it was there, and maybe I attended, maybe I didn't. But now that I'm kind of documenting some of these things for you guys, I kind of look ahead and see what's coming. And the Mosaic Festival is tomorrow night and Saturday. So I'm going to try to go get some video of that. I may get some on Friday and then some more on Saturday and combine the two together. We will see, because there are some different events going on in both those days. And it'd be kind of nice to see both of them, or show you at least both what's going on. So I'm going to try to do that. Stay tuned. Anyways, let's get back to today's. So I'm going to show you the ones my sister brought up first. This one you may have seen before. It's a pretty common New Brunswick one with all the wildlife that you might see here, from lobsters to whales to moose and deer and fox and all the rest, and birds that fly too, like the bald eagles. The next one is a more generic New Brunswick one, highlighting different things that are around the province that you can see, whether it's the Algonquin Hotel down here in St. Andrews, the Heartland Covered Bridge, which is the longest covered bridge in the world, the Hopewell Rocks on your way to Fun Day. Yeah, all the different lighthouses that you're going to see, Reversing Falls in St. John, or yeah, just general scenery. So that's a cool one. Now, one that's specific to St. John is the Reversing Falls. So here we have an image of it at night. And it is a naturally occurring phenomenon, which we have this postcard that tells you all about it. But the general idea is, because the Bay of Fundy, which is where St. John is nestled right at the edge of, has the highest tides in the world. When the tides come in, it pushes the water back, so you get that phenomenon of the reversing falls. So if you catch it at the right time, you can see the water going back. All right, here's another St. John card, nice to have, showing you the cruise ships and what you might see if you were coming in to visit. And once again, another nighttime shot of the city. Talked about Hopewell Rocks. Here's another Did You Know about the Hopewell Rocks. And here's a Did You Know about lobster. So some of these cards I've had before, but they're good to replenish because some people don't have lobster. Some people maybe don't get a lot of beach or things like that, so you want to see some of those things. Now, these are the cards that came from Heather, and they're a little bit more far-flung. Here's the city of Vancouver in British Columbia on the Canadian West Coast. I had the pleasure of living there for a number of years, loved it. It was beautiful out there, but the draw to come back home to the Maritimes was strong when we started having children, and so we ended up coming back to the Maritimes. But we did enjoy our time in Vancouver while my wife and I were there. We had an apartment downtown right in English Bay, and then we bought a house out in the suburbs after that in Langley. And here's St. Petersburg Beach in Florida. Not quite Florida, or not quite Vancouver anymore. Now you're on the East Coast and you're in the United States. Here on the Gulf of Mexico. Here's the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in Florida. Got to see some of these things when I was down in the Tampa Bay area. When my in-laws were down there, we went to visit them one time during the winter. Well, I guess 2 times during the winter. And then here it's called Little Darling Rock and Roll Place. And so this is in Kissimmee, Florida, or Kissimmee, depending on how you pronounce it. And me and my best friend, our 2 families went and we rented a place there when many years ago, so the kids could go to Disney for the first time. And the final one, if you like men playing volleyball, here we got Key West. Maybe it's reminiscent of the old Top Gun scene, which is a fan favorite amongst a lot of people. But here you go, Key West. So those are the postcards that I've received. Very happy to get those, and I think I'll make some people happy when they go back out again. Now, what I wanted to show you, what got released just today from Canada Post. These stamps. They're the vintage carousels. It's a book of 10. There are 5 different ones, and you can see they're an odd shape. So really cool. I really like that way. And so what we have depicted here for the carousel, so I can get it within frame. We've got Lakeside Park Carousel in St. Catharines, Ontario. Bonus Carousel in Calgary, Alberta. C.W. Parker Carousel number 119 in Burnaby, British Columbia. Roseneath Carousel in Roseneath, Ontario. And Le Galopin in Montreal, Quebec. So what do you think of those? I picked up 2 books because I know that they'll go quickly. So you got the 10 stamps, you got the different horses in the carousel, and the unique shape. I really like that. I like it that we're getting different things coming out from Canada. I mean, we've always had different things coming out with Canada Post, but specifically in the last few years, we're getting different shapes. We're getting lots of color. We got the fundraiser for the war in the Ukraine, the sunflower stamps that just came out not too long ago as well. We've had the Indigenous people stamps of heroes and leaders from the community. So we're promoting a bunch of different things, and I really like that we're not just sticking to having pictures of the Queen, which are nice too, but we have lots of stamps that have the Queen on it. We have lots of stamps that have a Canadian flag on it. So it's nice that we're getting stamps that are depicting other things about our country and historical things that are going on. So hopefully you like these. If it ends up on one of your cards in the future, you know when I got them. And I'm happy to share them with my post crossers as I send out my letters. I don't do it to buy them and to send them off to people that way. I just buy them to adorn my cards with new and different stamps. So hopefully you will like that if you receive one. So that's all I've got for today. It was kind of a special one. I didn't think that I was going to have a video today until people started giving me some postcards, and then I saw the new issue, so I figured what better way to combine the 2 of them together. So hopefully you like that, and we'll talk to you soon. So for now, stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?